So, but then, if not medicine, what would it be?
Okay, if not medicine. See Ronaldo. I play ball.
How about you?
I will do math.
Interesting. You're giving me these NASA vibes. All these people that
Actually, the plan, like in 500 level, I got admission to study in Germany.
Are you serious?
Yes. So I was not going to continue.
Wow.
I was not going to continue.
No, I think that would not really be a good move for you, considering.
If I leave here and I get admission to study maths at MIT, do you think I'm doing medicine?
No, get my point. Like, considering your trajectory, you get moving from BCM, because I think that was one of the first people I saw also. Yeah, I also stayed with BCM. So moving from BCM, not getting the certificate, then medicine, just penultimate year. You are living again. So I think it's better you had.
That's where mentorship came in. The mentors are like, no.
Okay.
So apart from that.
So shout out to your mentors.
But you shall have second independence now. He goes still shoot.
No, I don't try.
Then I hear my power.
I beg I don't try.
Okay, will you guys Japan now talking about getting admission in medicine? I know. Sorry, in Germany and all. Will you Japan?
That Japan thing,
or will you stay?
Japan is so much cost intense. The way people say you reach Japan,
as if you just carry from backyard to go.
If anybody was going to Japan, use that money and start business. Even if you want that business, you will do well. As in, the funny part with the Japan something is that if you get there, the money is not on the ground. Do you know what it takes to start your life from scratch? I know this thing is very controversial, but it takes a lot for you to start your life from scratch, just to live a normal life abroad. You're going to lose family, friends, food, all those ones. It doesn't look important now to a medical student in 200 level or 300 level. But But anyway, if you can do well in Nigeria, which is difficult because our economy fell from I think 439 billion to 139 billion this year. Shout out to Tinubu, you're doing your job, bro.
Nice one.
But anyways, Japan is nice, but where are we going to get the money? If we get 30 million naira to do Japan, why don't we start the hospital here and become free of employment? Because you are going there to work for somebody, isn't it? Well, racism and all that, anything can just destroy your life.
Just one policy.
There are people they are deporting right now, as you can see.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Anybody that wants to Japan, good for you. But me, if I be able to save that something million, I know it's not what I like to. I will start a business in Nigeria. I will.
Funny enough, a lot of doctors have been complaining online. People are passing PLAB, for example.
They're not getting jobs.
They're not getting jobs and all that. So the whole thing still falls back to.
Because the UK complained 159,000 doctors. 150,000 doctors have no job in the UK. And they are going to be 600,000.
So what are they doing? It begs the question, what are these doctors doing?
And the funny part, they are just GPs and
they're just
not special
looking for other things to do.
They don't come back, they don't come back here.
So do masters and just find other things to start with.
No, the issue is that let's not try to be conspiracy theorists, but we know that these exams are a way of building funds for the UK. The UK uses these exams to raise funds. So like if you work in the university system, you know that post-UTME is the way of raising funds for the university. Imagine taking 15,000 naira from 10,000 people. That's a lot of money. If you put 15 in front of it, you know how much that is. And it's just a money to conduct exam, which you already have the staffs. You just come and they do the exams. You print paper, which you already have printing press in the university. So imagine that people have to register to write an English test. So since they know they don't need doctors, why are they still allowing the exams to go on? It's because it's just a way to get money.
But with the new policy now, what do you think they will just tighten the way people pass the exams, or they would just rather decrease the number of people applying or wanting to write the exams?
It depends on their strategy. Because even in the US, the people that wrote orthopedic exams for USMLE 2, they said the exam was supposed to be for 9 hours, but after an hour they shut down the system. So it was a big complaint. So all these things are just part of trying to screen people out, to discourage people not to go into those specialties, because
and there was no remedy, no alternative to that.
Know, it's still all complaints and all that.
And you have to come back because your this thing is time framed, your visa will be time framed. I know.
So you cannot compete. The issue still remains that wherever you are going to practice, you are not going to be treated the way you are going to be treated in Nigeria. These are larger economies. The economy of someone has the economy of $20-something trillion and we these are larger economies, and it's good economical to move, to migrate.
Japan is there, but for the long term.
It's for the long term,
It's not something.
At least right primaries first before you start talking about 30 years MLE and the rest.
Okay, so what experience stood out for you in your med school journey?
There are a lot of experiences.
Oh yeah, share them.
Pick
one.
Is it the experiences in med school or outside of med school? Because I have ones in med school.
All of that's it. Everything sums up to building you. You get. So there is of course the med school experience, and there will definitely be other contributory factors. Just share whatever you want to share.
Well, I think it's not med school related. It's life in general. One experience that stood out for me was when I worked as an ad hoc staff for an election.
Guy!
You see? See the way he shouted? I always tell that
Yeah, you
story
did some
every
years
time.
ago.
Wait, what happened? Tell us.
It's so surprising.
It was a lot to. It was a lot to. I was there.
This is part of the thing that built Sammy. The Sammy This is a big secret.
So I was in my state of not having enough money, and then there's always my guy. He's the plug for money. He's the plug for money. Once he calls you, money will come out. Just do that thing, and the truth is, you will not get in trouble. You get.
Okay.
So you're not putting something that will get you in trouble. So because he's very analytical. You get. Before he does something, he weighs his option. If it's something that's not going to work, he says, "Come on, forget this one." Or you rather do it alone. So that one, he called me. He was like, bro, I'll find there's an offer. He was so people are looking for ad hoc staff for an election. And then I considered this thing. I'm like, what was the worst? But he called me and then like, there's an opening. And I'm like, okay, let's do it. I've never had that experience. So like I'm up for it. So the next day, that was in the night. He called me in the night, and then it was supposed to happen the next day. So very early in the morning, as early as 6, we had left for the place. We got to the place, Aviapoli, and then we met the person that connected us to the whole thing. God bless the girl.
Yes, she was just an absolute graduate. I think engineering, architecture.
So she met us, and then got introduced to the whole thing, the supervisor and the whole thing. They gave us the ballot box per se.
Yeah.
We had the ballot box, we had all the items we needed, we had their pull-up.
Yes, I think it was the high vivers.
Yes, it was the cubicle and all those things that we set up. Is it Beavers? I don't know if it was Beavers then, but I know there was.
No, we had Beavers. But not exactly. Beavers is just like the binary machines, but we had this little machine that we used to calculate it automatically.
Is your mic still on?
I don't think it is.
Okay, please
where
give
you
me.
can still top print. So we met and got acquainted. There were other people.
Being a good friend wants to give you.
This is why I tell you. See,
We're not rising up now. He's working.
See, if there's only one job in this world, and they say, if also I don't say my life don't steal. I'm just the vaccine, the cruise.
That's nice. That's beautiful.
See, I don't be babe, but I chop this boy money. I chop this boy money. We'll see if I be babe. He's supposed to marry you. So we got to meet up. There were other people. There were coppers there and all that. So I saw a lot of security people and everything. So it was a very whole different experience for me. But in summary, I got to experience what it was like, being part of the people that conduct an election.
Working for Nigeria.
Giving back to the society. I've tried, I've been done for for the government. It was good. It was good. We went home smiling. We went home because we had to collate the votes and all that. So we got home around, I think it was around 10.
Yes.
We had to trek all the way from our hills.
It was a very hectic day.
Very serious.
There was no vehicle that could take us. Some people trekking. And we were even happy laughing along the way and coming back. Because of it really stood out for me. I always tell that story wherever I go.
Okay.
So
what about Uzo? What about you, Uzo? Your med school
experience. Jesus. Medical students are psychopaths. Do not make friends with medical students. I don't know how to put it to you, but my biggest experience is that I grew up, I've done another degree, not I finished I did year 1 in PCM before. Other departments has this family call, this togetherness, this we are all one in this. Medicine is a place that you cannot get to. You cannot trust anybody in medicine. Medicine is a horrible place. We are in this sick competition with each other that is not worth it. You understand? Like medical school is a place whereby someone feels and everybody's happy about this kind of thing.
very crazy.
So I've experienced, because I do not conform, I'm always at the receiving end. Even the reporter herself, she thinks bad of me. I've had our differences. She's a politician, she knows.
Oh my gosh.
We have had our differences. You understand? Either way, the truth is that if you go to any sane environment that's not medical school, you see people try to collaborate. If you notice, the people above us, most of the rich people, they collaborate. Not in medical school, we don't collaborate in medical school. We hate each other, we hate our gods. Like, it's so medical school is every place we can see someone that is very fine now because we don't like that ugly person.
I don't think this one you said, I don't think it only happens in medical school.
I know, but medical school is worst.
Really?
It's what they do a lot of segregation. And you know what is happening in our class? We have this forever beauty. Not so beautiful group of individuals. Because why are you laughing? Focus on your job. So the truth remains that anytime we're in medical school, and I will beg you people, like our junior colleagues, one day they came to our class when they were campaigning, and my cousin sister said something. He said, Jesus, your class is so toxic. It's so bad that it's palpable.
Right. Just being around them, you can feel it.
You can feel that they hate each other. And these are people that have stayed
9 years.
And not that the 9 years was good, it was so rough. And most of them they complain, the lecturers are not so nice to us, it's because we hate each other. Like when people go and they are close to the lecturers, they don't try to bargain for the class.
They bargain for themselves.
They're for themselves. And they can put down the whole class. So I don't mind them, most of them cheat. Do you get what I'm saying? So because of that, we can ascribe it to Premi, but every other person below us wrote Premi.
Not every other person though, they've stopped it.
They stopped it of recent, but every other person wrote Premi, and they are not like us. Yeah.
Our set started.
So it doesn't matter. The issue is that we don't like each other. We don't like ourselves. We don't help ourselves.
Are you speaking particularly for your class or medical school generally?
Like, because if you have an elder, the elder sets the pace for which you become. You understand? Like, you'll be like, these ones, they cannot amount to anything. They are doing this. These ones, they cannot.
Like, they literally said that.
They say that a lot. And we get that. We hint that from our colleagues that are their friends are so close to us. So we hear when they say those things. And anyway, you feel there with babe as a guy. The babe like you. She might be comfortable with you and put the call on loudspeaker. And, or hearing things they're saying on their group chat. And you're like, why are these people pouring hate into this world? The world is bad enough. So most times in medical school, people want you to fail. It's a crazy competition out there. I don't know what you guys are competing for. We are treated as crumbs. And if you notice, this is also with our seniors. They don't fight for house officers. They don't fight for residents. They believe they should even do the work for free. That is the same mentality they have. Oh, during our time we suffered. So you suffered during your time. We should not suffer now. Do you understand? If I suffered as a medical student and if I become a lecturer, why should students suffer the same way I did? Do you understand?
It doesn't even make them better.
It doesn't make them better. We have worse people. I'm not going to. We have worse people that even in our class. You get. What? You trying to put people through that suffering, 72 hours of call, you must do this, we're not going to listen to you. It makes no sense. So it's the same thing with the hate in the medical school transpiring as we grow, and people will ask your next question.
I'm just playing with the conversation. But then there's something you said now. I was going to ask you if it was something you found concerning about medical school that you'd love to change, if it was in your power. So I'm guessing this is part of it, but I have something like that. So that thing in medical school, that if it was in your power, you would want to change it.
Many things. I will start with changing the structure of which it is. It has about learning structure.
Okay.
So, we were saying this thing before, that there are type of way you gain knowledge. You can gain knowledge by being declarative, by studying laws. Okay, this is the law of gravity. So if it doesn't work like this, you must always, Then we can study knowledge by being imperative, meaning that we can learn how to perform this thing. So if you notice, medicine have this both aspect of both declarative and imperative, whereby there are some actions you just learn how to do it, and then you do it and you can modify it to your own form, but you solve the same problem nevertheless. And then it also has the declarative part where you must cram. You understand what who said, So the truth is that the structure of medicine is not put in place whereby the students are to learn. Because when you're trying to teach somebody something, you don't have to put them under a lot of pressure. Yeah, because Dr. Ikume was saying something at 10 level, he was like, the time is so close, how can we write 7 tests in 1 week? You remember that we're having, and he was like, medicine is all about the hurdle, it's the hurdle. There's no need. The students who do well, on an average, have a better learning condition. So even it needs for them to have better staff. We should have lecturer, we should have teaching assistants. Like all this, we have a lot of broke students that are good. Let us get it right. Okay. They can serve as assistants to teaching their younger ones for a fee.
You're providing a solution already.
It is, because for a fee, that's how they do it everywhere. You're in medical school, you have crossed the level. Then you come and teach. You guys just have little.
But we did not be
distracting.
Concerning that it might affect you now. That's the assistant in your next level, in the new level rather.
It doesn't. You know why it doesn't? Because the more you practice below things in medicine, the more it helps you in the one. So if you are doing pathology and you're learning physio, it's going to help you in a lot of pathological stuff. Then you're going to brush yourself up. And if you are doing you are teaching someone pathology and you are doing, pediatrics, it's very helpful. Because majority of the things have pathophysiologists in them. It helps. So we are solving a problem, We are software engineers, we solve problems. So we are solving the problem. And secondly, the teacher should release their syllabus. They do not release syllabus. It's only until we got to a stage,
That was in 4th year.
Not even in 4th year. I think it was ComMed was the first time we saw a syllabus. It was in ComMed.
Scheme of work. I thought
ComMed and ONG.
I thought it was. I think FAMCO released something like that.
Yes, like it took us a lot of time. FAMCO, especially in the basic medicine, there's no syllabus.
No, in basic medicine, no. But FAMCO did something. I don't think pathology did.
There's no syllabus. And how they do this is that you can use a scoring system whereby students write tests every week. They know their weak points. This week we have learned DM, and at the end of the week you can just write the test. Not from reading, from what you learned from the class. Because our ideas and the students learn it, not that they go back to read it. People like me, I will not want to read it. so let them just. These are the core things.
Okay.
Take your phone. We are in the internet generation. We can have an app to do it. Take your phone, That's why when we're going for the elections, so we propose this thing, but people prefer, jaye club to common thinking. I don't guess it. But anyways, you take your phone at the end of the week that you just GTM, you do a test on DM, and the test will be based on all the past questions you have asked before. You now get the points of the place you are weak at, and you can learn it from there. So you don't start learning things that are redundant.
Okay, that's quite a lot. Actually, we're not even going to the lecturing you're talking about.
Jesus. I don't have to teach people.
Doesn't have the patience.
How about you, Sammy? What is that one thing?
Okay, I think most time there's harmony among the different departments you get. So like you said, the whole of medicine is actually a building block. Let's take for example pharmacology and pathology. Let's say in a class, they are teaching you about what's it called? Let me take for example, they are teaching you about hypertension in pathology. How hypertension comes about and all that stuff. So if there can be a situation where there is harmony between the department, I think that the pathology is teaching you about the hypertension, and then the pharmacology aspect is teaching you antihypertensive. Are you getting it? So at both times you're able to link the two of them.
Things at the same time.
You learn hypertension 1 month, then 5 months later
you learn antihypertensive.
By then, you really lost touch.
The man that teaches antihypertension.
There you get. It's just like trying to synchronize the. I believe it's something that they can come to common ground with. Like let's make our syllable or our schedule in such a way that it will rhyme. I know everybody has their own busy schedule and all that, but I think it's something that is doable. It will help the student not to, be in disarray. Trying to learn this one at a different time and trying to learn that one at a different time. So I feel this is something that can help.
Okay, hopefully when you guys get the opportunity, you will do that. Or
I just hope
let's hope yes, some people who will come across this video would want to effect it.
Good luck to you. I'm not effecting shit. You guys will cry.
So if you were to advise your junior colleagues, what would you advise your junior colleagues?
Are you strong with it?
It's better to face secondary than do computer science. I get to this stage.
See, you guys stay strong. You have to put your feet to the ground, put your 2 legs to the ground. Honestly, medicine will test you. It will push you to the limit. It will stretch you. In fact, it will make you doubt yourself. You'll be like, it's me that is doing this. Can I do this thing?
Was your sorry, let me just cut you short with what you're saying now. Was your self-esteem ever tested in this way?
Oh my God,
many times.
Let me give you an instance. My ONG Oski. I will never forget.
Guy, do you know, I said that I've never failed in my life. I'm just gonna write any exam, pass. I don't used to read. Let's see, I failed once. They say, okay, this is a mistake, we'll fail you again. Let us tell you that it's not a mistake. You will read. Medicine will make you to be humble. If anybody knew when I was in BCM, I was very, very proud.
Yes.
I was. You might see me message oh, you're proud. Yeah, have you met me before? I used to be really proud.
Really? Yes. Yes.
I had the word in my hand. I was that child, that gifted child back in the day. So I was very proud. So the issue is that medicine just bring you down. It will calm you down. You think that you want to talk about I forbid you, but and the kind of issues they ran on you. There was this time we were having session with Dr. Obunna. Someone was there and the man I was presenting my first presentation, my second presentation in medical school there. The man asked me, he said, there's nothing in your brain, just pause. Guy, I went home, I just fell ill that week.
Sure.
So, but the truth is that, this is me, if I give out my calculus, it cannot solve. Look at it. Look at me now, the man. But the truth is that medicine is going to humble you, no matter who you are. You draw your tattoo, you drive your car. All those things will not matter. If they sign your result, they'll just enter their small jungle and go home. They can't be filming, but you go fail like that. So the truth still remains that in medical school, humility, you just act like you don't know. Because anytime you see we have seen students come 400 level, just came to medical school, they pride, die, you don't talk to anybody. And then you see it. You know? You write your first test and before you know your visitors, they hear how. And try as much as medicine is going to home. It's not even a talk. The whole process is a process of you knowing that you don't know.
Yeah, yes.
Knowing that you don't know. That's a good process. You just keep, even if it's something they have never taught you before, they will act like that you're supposed to know it now. How don't you know this invasive procedure that they did in 1997 when you were not born?
The more you know, the more you realize there is problems that you really don't know.
Okay, so please go ahead with the advice you give your person.
Just realize that it's going to break you. It's going to break you. You might not like it, but it's going to happen at some point again. It might not be at the end where you have the outcome, not going the way you like. But then in clinics, they will abuse you. It happened to me in my OSCE, in my O&G OSCE. I was going through the whole thing, so it got to our HOD's station.
Sad doctor.
God bless you, sir.
It's a night.
So I read that thing like I never even reached 2 minutes. Neither I read that thing. I entered there, that man they asked me. I thought he said, what are you saying?
So we don't tell them about Chichika.
No.
Chichika. Somebody's buying my phone was there.
See, that is when I said I changed what I said, the man said, no, there's one stupid thing. I repeat it. I was like this, I just bent down. I was just waiting for
the bell.
And that thing, I now reached post encounter station. I didn't even know. They were asking me what happened in the station. I didn't even know. Like I was so disorganized. Then my 400 level. Maybe it's me that caused it though. I was the pace list, people that are going to be doing that on that 7 people. I was there rejoicing because my name is not under Uchechika. I was mimicking her. And saying people that are going to do that, you guys sorry.
He was the lucky one.
I was lucky. But now life happened to me somehow. But I ended up in her station. And it was her and her stamina. It was that one topic I did not.
I was reading it. I said something, you read this and you say,
that one. Chronic lymphoblastic
leukemia.
And you've never forgotten this, is it?
I was reading this guy.
See, they were hiring somebody before me, the mat number before my own. They said no, they need 2 people here. They had to call me to come in. The guy was still there. He had to call in.
Combo fiber.
You want to go back to me, go hit the guy. Nothing they come out. My friends were at the door, they were hearing the banter. They were like, I came out, they just grabbed me and said, "Child, sorry."
Then he came to my house, somebody says, sorry, you don't know, say, I did answer Uchechika, she did laugh me. If you answer the question, you will laugh. What did you say?
How? That was very horrible for me. That thing made me, I had to go and carry cancer and start reading.
Yeah.
I had to go and read it. I never forgot that. You really dealt with me. I could not believe it. I don't know as God may have it. I'd be like, I passed before that 5 course. So, junior colleagues, my truth is just accept that you be humble at all.
Just know that you don't know it. It's not possible.
Just do what you can.
If you want to be proud, go to engineering. That's what I'm proud. That's my medicine. So, and my advice is surviving is winning in France. Survive.
Now who pass? Now read.
Yeah, they say now who pass? Now you guys.
I think that's also one sad thing about medicine. But it's fine.
Very sad.
Medicine is not a good evaluation of knowledge. It's very poor. All the smart people have left medicine. And the ones failing, it's just true.
Actually.
It's just true. I've met somebody that had so much receipt in medicine, so much PTA, so much drawback, and then we were calculating maths. The guy was like, happy. I was like, you're in the wrong place, you know.
Just has the way of doing. So just do the basic you can and just leave it to God. Because if they read the wrong thing,
yeah, if you're reading the wrong stuff.
So if you were to describe, if you were to use one word to describe your school journey, what would you?
Omo.
So what about you?
One word. One word no go fit you. There's no word that will describe you. Yeah, your medicine is hello. I hate medicine, that's what I can say. Or every single level. I just be me hating it the more. I used to have this, you know the funny part, I rapport a lot with patients. You see me, I'm like, people be like, oh, this guy, I mean, but if you see me in patient, I understand their, you know, due to personal reason. Maybe my father has been in some conditions like that. But medicine don't have word that can describe. How can we use one word to describe that? You self, you use one word to describe 9 years. It's not possible. How can we use one word to describe 9 years? We have had different shades.
We used to have catchphrase for every
level, guy.
Okay, so what are some of your catchphrases?
Now we dey bring catchphrase. Have you forgotten?
No. So let's recall.
I think 300 level. There was one word.
Let me program choke.
Yeah,
program choke.
They're 400 level.
400 level, like you don't get a CDB.
Exactly, you don't get a CDB.
50, eh?
50, I think it was.
50 again. God, I don't forget.
He choke.
Yeah, he choke.
Yes, 50 was the choke. Then final year.
Final, oh God, I beg you.
No, that kind, some kind, I don't forget something about things. We just talk about now. We just get complaint. All those ones.
All those ones.
Yeah, all those ones, guy. Chineke. Every catchphrase 1 kilo of guy.
Okay. So who are some of the people you're going to meet in medical school?
Chineke.
His one is he off?
Yeah, he's off. So I'm switching again.
You just like SAMMYFROSH.
This year, no, I just wanted to check. You understand? I wanted to check. Control it for me. Let me know.
Don't worry, just focus. Say we within the
people are going to miss. Remember, I'm going to say I'll miss you. Let me get what you say. Let's collab. So I can miss you now. We still have enough time to miss each other. So who you gonna miss?
I gonna miss you guys. Your life is so rough. People used to wonder how I stay with you. People don't know. It's life of the pattern. If I can just put it in my pocket, I will.
Activity is choke.
See, I met Olo. Life. There was never a dull moment. When I used to have dull moments, when he traveled. I wonder what's going on in his life now. But I used to get the gist over the phone. Like, bro, you know what's happening now. See, I'm going to meet this guy.
No, I think
they always come to meetings. Like, no drama comes to us. So I'm just the bystander.
Many things they happen.
Watching the whole thing play out.
Lots of things. I know Sammy, anytime someone sees something, this calm guy, and that see me like, who's that one? That one seems interesting. They always used to meet Sammy first, they don't see me, they don't come to me. They don't go to Sammy and your friend is a bad person.
And I'm sure they wonder, just like I always wonder how two of you do it together.
The Bible say unevenly yoke. I think what we said when in 200 level was 300 level beginning, when we were like beginning to be into knowledge was iron sharpened iron. That was our stay after before first official test. So when we were deciding to cut short other friendship because the friendship was not really this stiff of like just us. You get, we had a lot of people, like some people that haven't joined the cartel, you know, in our own cartel, but we weeded them out. Thank God we did. So we are having this conversation. I think that's the exam hall. So we're like, let's not deceive ourselves. We're not from a rich home. We don't have the connection. in the school as of then. So we're like, iron sharpened iron. Let us just take this thing, the bull by the horn, because that time that Sammy lost his dad. When we had no chance, so we had to be serious. So because of that, we took like how did they talk that thing? But anyhow, you understand what we are saying. So that's how we started with our people. We now became so streamlined, so focused. We are not a study group. That's the thing people don't understand. We don't really
together.
The only thing we do is to catch crews together.
Anytime we get that, it's always play.
We are catching crews, guys. We don't eat together.
Well, people find it hard to believe.
So we actually know it.
It's so funny that the time we actually tried to create a review group, it did not work.
Cruise.
I was heading the ship.
Yeah, of course it will be you.
Cruise.
Of course it will be you.
Like
Okay, so let's play a game. I think we have a group here, so let's just play a game. You know this, of course, I'm a medical student.
let me lie. Yeah, we do those ones. You pay, you go bribe me.
Of course, I'm a medical student. I don't like stress.
Of course, I'm a medical student. I get afuku.
No, that's not it. Of course, I'm a medical student.
But you still like enjoyment.
I wear sexy glasses.
What could it be now? See me that you won't
Of course,
propose
you're a
me.
medical student. You still play politics.
Okay, do you get? Of course, I'm a medical student. I still got involved in school politics.
Aww.
Over to you.
Aww.
Over to you now.
I don't know now.
Okay, Sammy, let's go.
Of course, I'm a medical student. I'm not always in class.
Really?
Yes.
Of course, I'm a medical student. I have to attend Dr. Onwuchekwa's clinic postings.
Of course, I'm a medical student. I never attended Dr. Onwuchekwa's clinic.
Of course, I'm a medical student. It was during the exam period that I heard that we are supposed to attend his clinic. I tried to attend that. Yeah, I try you.
Of course, I'm a medical student. I've never been to any actual clinic.
Of course, I'm a medical student, but I never went to any conference.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
Same. Never. That's beach, man. Don't do that.
Don't mind them.
You with the real niggas. We're waving them by in the buses.
Of course, I'm a medical student. I've been to only one outreach.
Really?
Same. I've never been to an outreach. I've not been to an outreach.
Are you serious?
Yes. I've never even been to a dinner night before. Antisocial, that's the funny part.
Well, not bad.
Of course, I'm a medical. I never did.
But he doesn't like reading medical books. Very important.
Okay. Thank you guys so much. Maybe I'll go and brush up on this particular game in case I meet other people and we know what to do. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate. Thank you for taking that time. I really enjoyed shooting this particular video. Of course, I knew that two of you together would be a wonderful combination. But then, now that we're at the end of the shoot, you get to ask me one question. Please ask me, Uzo.
Last time I show.
Uzo, in particular, please ask me something I can answer on camera.
On camera, Let me ask my off camera.
The biggest fear in life.
Oh my God, Jesus, that's actually a very interesting question.
Hey, maybe I don't kill us here.
What's my biggest fear in life? I think it would be, if I'm to use one word, it would be incapacitation.
Do you mean physically or?
Anyhow, that's why I said
Financially income.
anyhow.
Things that makes you
Anyway,
feel helpless.
yes.
Carpe diem, like.
That's why I asked that question. Are you getting it?
I said I may not have never experienced it, but it's just something that I don't want to. Now that I'm talking, I may not quickly recollect any memory of anything like that. But if anytime I think of it, if I've ever thought about it, it's just one thing I don't want to be. I would have easily said just financial incapacitation, but no, it could be other things. You get.
The truth is that there's nothing in this life that you're always going to feel like you have the power to do something. There must always be an instant of such things. So you just have to keep trying. Okay, you don't stop your video.
Oh my god, I wanted to enter this video to show my face. I don't even know how I'm going to do it now.
Just press play.
It's still on.
Okay, still on.
It's still on.
She's wearing pink.
You guys, this is your host. She's even
with pink.
That's
Can you see the pink earrings? This clothes is nice.
Thank you so much.
She looks so hot.
Thank
okay,
you.
But this is not a jumpsuit. This is a jumpsuit.
It's actually a jumpsuit, but play suits inside.
Okay.
So it has two of it going on. So it's like a play suit, but this one covers.
He's looking so takeaway.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You guys. No.
Thank you so much.
She's snaking the monkey statue or Goku.
See you guys next time.
If we're going to have a thumbnail, it would be. I don't know what this thing looks like.
Man,
But then.
Which get upon me.